Good morning, students. Today we will revise Unit 1 Numbers. First, formation of large numbers. Greatest number. Greatest one digit number is 9. Greatest two digit number is 99. Greatest three digit number is 999. Similarly, greatest four digit number. So you have to write greatest four digit number, five digit number, and six digit number. Next, smallest number. Smallest two digit number is 10. Smallest three digit number is 100. So what is smallest four digit number? Yes, 1000. Smallest five digit number, 10,000. So next, smallest six digit number, you have. Next one, place value chart. When writing large numbers, we make use of place value chart. Here, ones place is denoted by O and tens place can be represented by T. Similarly, hundreds place by H, thousands place by TH, 10,000s place by TH, and lakhs place by L, 10 lakhs place by TL, and crores can be denoted by C, and 10 crores can be denoted by TC. This is called place value chart. Using place value chart, we can find the place value of all the digits in this number 9847056. We'll start with 6. 6 is in unit digits place. So 6 into 1. The place value of 6 is, you have to write the number and the place value of that number. So 6 is in unit digits place. So 6 into 1, you will get 6. So the place value of 6 is 6. 5 is in tens place. So the place value is 10 and the number is 5. So you have to multiply. 5 into 10, you will get 50. So the place value of 5 is 50. Next number is 0. 0 is in hundreds place. So the place value will be 0 into 100. You will get 0. Fourth number 7. 7 is in thousands place. So the place value will be 7 into 1000. You will get 7000. Next number 4. The place value of 4 is 4 into 10,000 because after 1000 in place value chart you will write 10,000. So 4 into 10,000 you will get 40,000. So the place value of 4 is 40,000. Next number 8. The place value of 8 is lakh. So 8 into lakh I'll get 8 lakh. Last number 9. 9 is in 10 lakhs place. So 9 into 10 lakh, I'll get 90 lakh. So the place value of 9 is 90 lakh. Is it clear? Okay. Next, we will move on to Indian number system and international number system. Indian number system is divided into four major parts called ones, thousands, lakhs, and crores. Similarly, international number system is divided into four parts ones, thousands. Instead of lakhs, they are using millions and billions. 1, 10, and 100 are comes under ones part. So 1, 10, 100. After that, 1000 and 10,000 comes under 1000 column. In 1000 column, we have two parts, 1000 and 10,000. After that, in lakhs, we have two parts, lakh and 10 lakh. In crore, we have four parts, 1 crore, 10 crore, 100 crore, and 1000 crore. Is it clear? Next, international number system. Ones is divided into three parts 1, 10, and 100. And 1000 is also divided into three parts 1000, 10,000, and 100,000. Similarly, million column is also divided into three parts 1 million, 10 million, 100 million. Similarly, billions is divided into two parts 1 billion and 10 billion. So you have to put commas according to these parts. Let's do an example. The distance between the sun and the earth is given. You have to put commas according to the Indian and international system. So in Indian system, ones is divided into three parts. So ones, tens, hundreds. After 100, you have to put one comma. Is it clear? Because Indian system is divided into ones, thousands, lakh and crore. So after ones, you have to put on comma. Thousand is divided into two parts. So 1000 and 10,000. After two zeros, you have to put comma. And then lakh is also divided into two parts. So lakh and 10 lakh. So after 9 and 2, I'm writing one comma. Finally 9. So is it clear? How will you read this? 9 crore 29 lakhs. 9 crore 29 lakhs. Also you have to write in international system also. International system, ones column, you have three parts: ones, tens and hundreds. So after three digit you have to put on comma. And thousand is also divided into three parts. So 1000, 10,000 and 100,000. So after three digits you have to put on comma. Finally million is divided here, million and 10 million. So how will you read this? 92,900,000. Next question. How many 10,000s are there in a smallest six digit number? So what is the smallest six digit number? It is 1 lakh. So using place value chart, we can write this 1 lakh and 10,000. The question is how many 10,000? So you have to write the smallest six digit number first and then the 10,000. So I'm using place value chart, writing 1 lakh in this chart, starting from lakh 1 and the remaining zeros, and you have to find how many 10,000. So I'm writing the 10,000. 10,000 is starting from this place. So 1 and the remaining zeros. You have to divide this lakh by 10,000. Denominator 4 zeros and numerator 4 zeros will be cancelled. So remaining you will get 10. So totally 10,000s are there in smallest six digit number. So 10,000s are there in a lakh. Is it clear? Okay. Next, comparing numbers with equal number of digits. When we have same number of digits, we can compare them using place value chart. So I am writing place value chart. First number is this one and the second number is this one. So I am writing place value chart for the first number and second number. You have to compare the digits from the highest place value. So starting from here, crore. Crore is the highest place value here. So starting from crore, compare the numbers. Here 5 and second number is also starting by 5. So equal. Next 10 lakhs is also equal digits. Next lakh equal digit. 10,000 equal digits. 1,000 equal digit. And hundreds equal digits. Similarly tens also equal digit. But finally ones, here first number is ended with 6 and second number is ended with 8. Which one is larger? 8 is larger and 6 is smaller. So which number is the larger number? Yes, second number is the larger number, first one is the smaller number, because it ends with 6 and second number ends with 8. 8 is the larger value, so second number is the larger one. Next, order of operations. The rule of order of operation is called BIDMAS. So we should follow this order to do the mathematical operation. So first one, this rule name is BIDMAS. Here I have given the expansion of BIDMAS. B denotes bracket. So you have to do the calculation in bracket first. Next one is indices. Third one is division, and then multiplication, addition, finally subtraction. You have to do the operations in the following order. So let's do an example. Simplify 24 plus 2 into 8 division 2. This one is a mistake, minus 1. So what is the BIDMAS rule? You have to do the bracket and indices, division, multiplication, addition and subtraction. Here no bracket terms, so start with division. So you have to do first division. Consider this part, 8 divided by 2. You will get 4. So you have to complete first division operation. So I am doing division first. 8 divides 2, I'll get 4. Next, after division, you can do multiplication. So multiplication here, 2 into 4. So 2 cross 4, I'll get 8. After that multiplication, you can do addition. So 24 plus 8, 32. Finally, subtraction. 32 minus 1, 31. Is it clear? You have to follow the rule, BIDMAS. Bracket, indices, division, multiplication, addition and finally subtraction. Next one, estimation of numbers. Rounding off is one way to find a number for estimation. It gives us the closest suitable number. This rounding off number includes 4 steps. Let's do with an example. So first step is, let's read the question. Round off the number 8436 to the nearest hundreds. You have to round off this number to the nearest hundreds. So first step is find the digit in the hundreds place, because the question they asked to find the nearest round off value in hundreds. So find the digit in hundreds place. So what is the digit in hundreds place? Here 6 start from ones place, 1, 10, 100. So 4, the number 4 is in hundreds place. Look at the digit to its right. Second step, look at the digit to its right. So digit to its right. The hundreds place digit is 4. So you have to look at the digits to the right. Right digit is 3. If the digit is greater than 5 or 5, you can add 1 to it. If it is less than 5, leave it unchanged. So here you have to look at the digit to the right. If it is 5 or greater than 5, you have to add 1 to it, or otherwise you leave it unchanged. So this is 3. 3 is less than 5, so leave 4 unchanged. You need not do any change with the 4. So change the digits to the right of 4 to zeros. If it is less than 5, leave it unchanged and change the digits to the right of 4 to zeros. You have to change the numbers to zeros. Is it clear? So first step, you have to find the digit in hundreds place and then look at the digit to its right. After that, if it is less than 5, leave it unchanged, or if it is 5 or greater than 5, add 1 to the hundreds place number. Here it is less than 5, so I am leaving unchanged. After that, change the digits to the right of 4 to zeros. We will do one more example. Round off the number 78,794 to the nearest thousands. So you have to look at the number in thousand place. So find the digit in thousand place. 1, 10, 100, 1000. So 8 is the thousand place number. Next step, look at the digit to its right. So look at the digit. So this one is 7. It is greater than 5. So you can add 1 to the 8. 1 to the number 8. So I am adding 1, I'll get 8 plus 1 as 9, and then change the digits to the right side, 0 0 0. So 7, 8 plus 1 I'll get 9, so 79. The remaining terms you have to change to zeros. So I'll get 79,000. Is it clear? Okay. Next one. What is whole number? Yes, the collection 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. The numbers starting from zeros are called whole numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. And it can be denoted by capital W. So we are going to study the properties of whole numbers. First property, commutativity. When two numbers are added, the order of the numbers does not affect the sum. Here you can add the numbers in any order. Here I am adding 43 plus 57. Here 57 plus 43. So the order of the numbers does not affect the sum. Similarly for multiplication, when two numbers are multiplied, the order of the numbers does not affect the multiplication, other product. This property is known as commutative property of whole numbers. But subtraction and division are not commutative. Only addition and multiplication are commutative. Next property, associativity. Associativity of addition and multiplication. When several numbers are added, the order in which the numbers are added does not matter. The order in which the numbers are added does not affect the sum or does not affect the product. Similarly, when we multiply several numbers, the order in which the numbers are multiplied does not affect the product. So 43 plus 57 plus 25 will be same as 57 plus 25 plus 43. So the order does not matter. This property is known as associativity property of addition and multiplication. Here too, subtraction and division are not associative. Subtraction and division are not commutative. Subtraction and division are not associative. Next property, distributivity of multiplication over addition or subtraction. The product of number with sum of two number same as the sum of two products. I am repeating, the product of number with the sum of number same as the sum of two products. This property is called distributive of multiplication over addition or subtraction. Similarly for subtraction. Is it clear? Next one, additive identity. When 0 is added to any number, we get the same number. So 0 is called the additive identity. Because when we add any number to 0, we will get the same number. That's why 0 is called the additive identity. Similarly for multiplication, when we multiply any number by 1, we get the same number. So 1 is called the multiplicative identity. Is it clear? Additive identity is 0, multiplicative identity is 1. So first property is commutative, second one is associative, third one is distributive, fourth additive identity, fifth one is multiplicative identity. So go through the video carefully, prepare well for the test. All the best students.